now I've noted that, you know, when someone, whether it's my big sister or my sister, like my or whoever, girlfriend, I know now you shouldn't talk too much, because if you talk too much, you're gonna find yourself in the trap, because that's what they're looking for. And then you mess up, say something off the line. What did you say about my mom? Never say that. Never talk about my mom like that. Now we are here. Right? Now the issue is no longer about them. Now it's about you and how you talk to them, how you raise your voice. You know, it becomes about that. Dave Chappelle, when he was saying, when they said to him, Dave, Chris just beat up Rihanna. Well, what did she do? People never want to talk about that. The fact that your baby is not your actual baby, it's actually your brother's baby, doesn't matter. You became so angry. You did what? Slapped her? Yo! We are here now. We zone in on this one. Call the police while we are at it. I don't mean this to say, for example, physical violence is promoted or what's not. I'm teaching you guys when you need to win these wars that we're going through. Calm down. Stick to the issue that she did. So don't ever, stick here. Say something wrong about her dad or family. Let's talk about it, dog. The elephants in the room, you named it. Is there something you want us to start talking about, buddy?
Actually, no, not necessarily. But did you watch the match yesterday?
The match, Borussia Dortmund.
Did you see Sancho?
I was about to say that. Everyone is talking about that. He was eating them, right?
Nah, my man.
Jadon Sancho was all over.
I woke up to watch it.
The whole match.
My man.
He was a problem. Was he a man of the match?
I'm not sure. I didn't see at the end because I ended up sleeping.
Yeah, because everyone had been talking about him and how he was taking people left and right, like he was taking them on.
He was doing things there. And he was
but the problem is consistency, you know.
But the problem is, he's been doing it there consistently. There, people Dortmund,
he's consistent and he's playing very well. Until he's playing for United and stuff. Well, but the environment is not conducive at United. There's a problem there. It's pretty obvious that there's a problem there. You know?
It just needs to be dealt with. I don't know how or when, but
now that you're mentioning Sancho, one news also coming to United that has been sort of like on top of the tongue for many people is the Greenwood situation. What do you think should happen?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, because I think I was reading Uguti, obviously his contract with United ends in 2025.
Yeah, but he still has contracts with United.
Yeah, they're considering him off, I don't know, because they will have to sell him. Yeah,
they want to cash in.
Yeah, because if they don't cash in, then they won't end up getting any money. But at the same time, considering how good he's
Greenwood has always been good. That's the other thing. From United, he has always been good.
It's tricky, man.
It's tough.
It's weird though, because it's not like they in La Liga, people are paying much attention to what happened, all the story. It's like nobody really cares. Like it's only when it goes to the English where people are like, oh no, but he did this. Oh my gosh, no. Which is, I don't know, man. It's a very tricky situation.
Can we forgive rape?
Did he rape though?
It's my man from the tapes. I don't know, Brian. It's hard. If that's not rape, then I don't know what rape is, bro. That's just rape, bro. Not gonna lie. That's rape on recording, bro.
But isn't it, you are always saying the idea of here they are back in the relationship with the person. What does that say? Shouldn't people consider that as well? The fact that now they have a child together or...
Yeah, okay, this is how I feel about it. Punishing Greenwood right now in this moment is actually also punishing his partner, right? So someone such as the guy Sam in United People's TV, I think it's United People's TV. He just obviously he's a no go for him. It's like fuck him. he did this, like it's over for him. I don't want to see him in my club. Let him play somewhere else and stuff like that. That's him. I feel like that approach is not just punishing Greenwood, but punishing his partner too, the one that you are saying you're fighting for, because his partner chose to mend their relationship, right? And basically they are saying they went through a bad time and whatnot, and they have a child now. They chose their family and continue with their family. That's what the partners seem to have chosen. And that's what so then to demote Greenwood is also affecting the person that you're saying you are protecting. It's very tricky, bro. Because at the same time, bro, like I had the tape, JC, that I listened to that thing, bro. It's not, bro.
To cut this thing off the bud, I think he should just
leave.
He should get Getafe and just
I don't see. Me too.
And enjoy his time there.
But it seems like other teams, bigger teams, want him because Real Madrid, remember, too.
As long as it doesn't come back to the English, I think.
He should. I think that's it. I think it's over for. But then the question that I'm having to ask in that is there like forgiveness for such a thing?
I don't know.
And coming back,
I can't speak for something that has never happened to me. It really is impossible for me to.
But come on now, you have to be raped to talk about those type of things.
No, but because I wouldn't know what it takes to forgive someone for such a thing.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Because if there are people who are able to forgive, you don't know what it took for them to actually forgive those people. And there are people who can say, no, I can never. And you might need to think about they have a reason not to have forgiven them.
I'm not saying people, by the way, like before people take me out of context and say I'm saying people should forgive rape and stuff. No, the fuck, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just looking at the situation from like this situation, whereby the lady chose not to to arrest this guy, and as a matter of fact, chose to go on and have family.
So right now, the question is, can the people forgive? Because right now it's a matter of the people that's being society.
Outside, the society, outside
who
of
are not willing
because clearly they have made their thing. They moved on and they doing their thing, right? So it's very tricky, bro. Like, as to also how much are we, like, as people, like, involving ourselves to what extent when, like, now, because now it's like, what's the point if you are punishing the partner too? Because at the end of the day, this is now her baby daddy that she seems to love and want to be with.
But I think it goes back to the thing of these people have an impact because they're like celebrities. They have an impact on what happens in society. Their behavior can affect. Because it's like the whole thing back in the day, Chris,
Chris Brown.
Yeah. People were like, why is she going back? Because now that is going to affect how other women see themselves in their relationship as well.
That's very true.
So now, going back to this thing, having a support or saying, it's okay. What does it say about relationships that are out there that are young kids? Because they have to see these celebrities. I guess this is acceptable. I can just do this and I'll be forgiven.
Yeah, I never understand that. You know how I feel about the celebrity thing. I never understand that.
Yeah, but there are people who...
I know. There are people who follow, like worship some of them. Like worship celebrities and stuff. I don't know. I think they're stupid too, though. That you will rape someone because basically was caught on the tape. Do that, I don't know.
People do a lot of things.
Yeah, true.
People like copying movies and things happening in movies. Becoming serial killers because
they saw something in a movie and stuff. I know.
It's a very, I don't know, it's a tricky world, man. Role models can have a lot of impact.
Yeah, it's just we're living in strange times. So what do you think then about the Neo situation?
Oh.
The thing about that situation, like what Neo was going through actually, with his, I don't know if it's his girlfriend now or just baby mama.
Yeah, they're not together anymore. They're ex. He says they in the video as well. It's like it's baby mama basically.
Yeah. What he's going through is not unique, to be honest with you. What's the thing that I saw in the tape with that girl, or that woman rather, doing what she was doing to Neo is not a unique situation. Like, women do that. I always say this. We always talk about, for an example, how like it's almost like in our society, women are never held accountable for anything. Like everything can be an excuse. Like like there's different standards. We all know that there's different standards, but to the point whereby there will never be like hardly, rather let me not say never, like hardly held accountable for any wrongdoing. Because all the time when we interpret abuse from a physical perspective only. People only talk about abuse usually because men are always caught up in that. Because of course men tend to express aggression physically, right? Because obviously they are masculine and they're stronger than women in most cases, right? So they tend to like to be physically aggressive, when they have an issue and stuff like that. Whereas women, of course, also in their nature, they tend to be verbal abusive, right? Same thing as men are physically abusive for the most part. Women are like verbally abusive.
Yeah.
And that is a good example. What that woman is doing to Neo is an example of the verbal abuse that women tend to exert to men. Oh, like it's almost like it's a norm thing for them to do that, right?
Attacking your psychology, basically.
Yeah. Like literally that woman is abusing that guy, Yeah, I always find it strange how it's never like women are never like I don't know, thrown under. It's like they're never like persecuted like how men would be.
In terms of
Yeah, they're never persecuted.
But I think in a sense, as you are saying, one is physical, one is verbal. There's no proof for verbal unless it's recorded like that. And then you can say, yo, you have harmed this man's mentality and helped in terms of this. You need to pay for it. But when it comes to physical, you can actually see the physical.
That's just like emotional, like it's just, bruh, that woman is terrible. It's terrible, bruh. I don't know how people end up like that, but we all do at some point, I guess. With women like that, that's bad. Like that's just terrible. Like first of the thing that she's doing, and the idea that she thinks she is like exposing him only to expose herself. And the level of entitlement is because that's the thing, they are so entitled they can't even say it. Like the level of entitlement is beyond me. Like it's just beyond, bro. You can tell, like from that, she's so entitled, she's full of herself, and she's thinking she's exposing him by actually showing herself abusing him.
I think obviously the idea is she was trying to get a reaction.
Yeah, she was looking for a reaction. Yeah, like hit me, yeah, hit me. Let's see. Yeah, that's what they're trying to get. Of course, that's what she's trying to get. Which is something that I love Jordan Peterson for. Like when he was explaining how all the time when we talk about these type of things, we only look at from the perspective of a man and how men are bad, men do this, men that all the time. We never look at women because they do not have the physical ability to actually be the one who abuses a man physically. But the women are human beings too, so one way or the other, they will have to express aggression, and their expression of aggression will tend to come out verbally, manipulative, and those type of things, gossiping, those type of things. So this will tend to be more of their thing, of their way, to actually to express the aggression just as men. Yeah, so and this hands on the reason I'm saying this is such not a unique situation. I mean, we have the guy, Esma's USA too, who's going through almost the same thing, and we know these things to be what's actually zenzega. This thing happened actually, like it's zenzega, and but then they are made to be normal though when women do them.
When until you take steps to try and do something about it, but what can you do?
So, like, if you are married to a woman like that, like, what if, like, your girlfriend turns out like that after you are married to them? Like, what do you think? How do you deal with the situation?
Well, I think because what makes it worse is how other people besides you react to the situation. Because, as you know, if you go to guys and you tell them that, of course, we can say it's abuse, but people be like, come on, man. How?
Come
Take
on,
it.
bro.
How, bro? Come on, bro.
Deal with it.
Deal
bro.
with it.
Come on.
You're a man.
I know it's always like that when it's you.
Yeah,
But if it's a guy, leave him. What? Never me. Leave him. It's the guy. Yo. It's a different story.
Yeah, but if you're talking about accountability, it reminds me. I was watching a video. I think it's Joey Swell who does, because he just reacts to gym videos. There was a girl at the gym. Umchita is busy, doing weights and lifting, and the girl comes and squeezes his
balls.
His bum, squeezes his bum. Doesn't know this guy. Stranger basically, and then when they do that, they laugh. Like the ladies, they laugh.
They saw this as funny.
Yeah, and then the other guys obviously laugh. And the dude is angry. He's like, "What the hell? I don't know you. What are you doing? What are you doing?" I mean, the weird thing is,
how
if
it was
interpreted
other way around.
Yeah, if it was the other way around, my man,
you cannot just go and squeeze up like, I know. But it's that thing that we always said. Everything, for example, when it happens to men, it's almost like it doesn't matter what it is. There's like a funny element to it. Like when it happens to a woman, it's like, what, did you just go and squeeze her bum at the gym?
Who are you? This is you don't even know. What if she's married? Oh my god!
You are you're disgusting. You are this. But a woman does the same thing. The interpretation is never the same. It's never the same. You know?
Yeah, man,
you are perverts. You are this. That's what you get as a guy. You can't go around squeezing women's bums, bro. That's what you're gonna get. You know? Only women can get away with such a thing. You know? It's always done so differently. We spoke about this before, like even to the level of how even us among guys, how there's like sort of a funny element when there's a guy being raped, for an example. It's almost like a funny element. Let alone a guy being raped by a woman. Oh my goodness.
It would be like her food.
I'm sorry.
You should have.
I still remember that guy at KZN. Like back in the days, I used to think about that so many times. Like, how the fuck that guy who was raped by 6 women?
Oh yeah, the who was crying.
Like, he was crying and stuff. 6 women. Begging them to use protection. And
it's weird.
And usually they go to court like this, bro. Like I don't know how. Like I was like, damn, that's kind of funny, bro. Like I don't know why, but there's just a funny element. I mean, it's a terrible thing, but I don't know. When you think about it,
I think it's because people who are, I don't know, it's a male perspective, I guess, where they're looking at him and they say, dude, you should be enjoying this.
Yeah.
You got 6 women.
Yeah.
And other women look at the same thing as well. They're like, how 6 women are giving you free sex. You should be enjoying it.
Yeah.
But this man is being abused.
Yeah.
He's doing something he doesn't want to do. And you don't know who these women are, and could be they have illnesses, and he's trying to beg them
for protection. I remember he was begging that they should use protection at least. Like that was crazy, but I couldn't believe. I never it's like you never imagine such a thing, like 6 women raping one guy. It's like, what was going on? Like, how did this even start? Like, you know, and then you find out that the guy was cheating on them and stuff like that, but then they raped him. Well, bro, I don't know, man. But then say the same thing the other way around. Yo, bro, Jesus,
the world will be stopping. Especially that there's video evidence.
There's a video evidence of imagine if it's 6 guys raping a woman. That story is different, bro. Story is different, bro. But that guy begging there for them to put in condom and stuff like that,
Probably even him going to police station. He would have been laughed at.
Yeah, of course.
Police would be like, how?
Dog. Yeah.
You had 3 women all to yourself, 6 women to yourself.
Yeah,
what
it's tricky, man. It's tricky. I saw another, actually talking about that, I saw this video online of this guy who's like a gamer. Guys who get paid for playing games and stuff like that. So apparently there are games, I forgot what's the name of the game, but it's like, you play the game, and obviously as he plays, he keeps saving, his progress and stuff like that. Because apparently when you reach a certain stage in the game, there's like a lot of money to be paid. And this guy was like one of the leading people in the world, actually, in playing that game. Like one of the famous streamers, he makes a lot of money, bro. that's his job. He
Yeah,
plays.
yeah.
That's his
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
He doesn't have to do anything. He just plays games and he saves them and stuff like that. And then his wife shoots, like, shoots herself coming to destroy his game when the guy was not there. She comes and she shoots the thing herself. Yeah, those things that women like to do. A guy is playing a game and they take out the plug, or when you're watching a game on TV and they switch off the TV. Those type of things. She was doing those type of things. And the lady deletes his game, like deletes the main thingy of the game, the main server for where he's saving his game.
Wow.
And this game was worth what? I think he was gonna make about 450,000 USD on the game because of the years it's taken him to get there. Actually, for so long, hours and hours, to get where he was. Because I think he's been playing this 4 years, 5 years, or something like that. And the lady had deleted it. My man, you should, I don't know. I didn't send you that video. You should have seen him. He lost it, Like, he goes to the thing. What the fuck? Yeah, JC, he lost it. Kicked the computers, Screamed, like, my man. The guy went crazy, Went crazy. And then the lady started to notice how bad this was. And she's busy saying, like, but you spend so much time on the games and you don't give me attention and what? It's like, what the fuck? This is work. That's my job. That's what's work. Like, no, I don't care. She's been saying that, but the man, but I was screaming. And the problem is that apparently once you do that, you don't get your thing far back or something. Given how the girl had deleted the game. But because the guy was so famous and popular in the game thingy, luckily, many people who watched the stream started to write to the gaming company to ask them to restore his thingy. And apparently after 6 months or something like that, they restored his thing.
That's that partner break up.
It's over.
It's a wife divorce. I mean, it's one of those things where people do videos like this and then they reveal basically the version of themselves that's actually them. Once that happens, that person can't be in your life. Because I mean, can you imagine?
Yeah, so much money, She deleted the games. The guy was lucky that he was like famous, that people will just write to to the gaming company to say, this happened and stuff like that, and people were asking the company to restore his thing because they like watching him and stuff like that. The guy lost it, he lost it, But then they restored his thing later, and so much money that he was going to lose. Can you?
What
imagine?
happened to? Is it the wife or
yeah,
girlfriend?
It's a wife. Yeah, there seems to be a wife. I'm not sure, but I think so because there's like kids involved too. You don't even care about the kids and stuff like that. Yeah, she was saying all those things.
Jesus, man. Jeez, bruh.
Hey, he lost it, but what the fuck? Hey, stop it. But he lost it. Kicked the computer. He was going crazy, Like, you could tell. Like, my man.
I can imagine.
He lost it, Jason.
I can imagine.
He lost it. And they had to restore his thing. Then they said, the company, apparently. In my comments, though, I read that on the comment section that what happened, people started saying, yeah, we wrote this and stuff. It's like, it's better. People who watching, who were saying, no, the guy...
So it's these small things, bro. These things where they don't want to... Obviously, we can't hold women accountable.
Yeah, they get away with that. And we remember, I even told you when I was laughing at the police officer, the guy saying, guys, something has to give. No ways, guys. I'm tired of this. And then the people asking us, it's like, guys, when do we hold women accountable? And the police officer killed me. It's like, why? What happened? Like, women can't be held accountable. I'm telling her, ma'am, you were speeding. You have to get a speeding ticket. Oh, she cries. It's like, what should happen now? Like, what must we do now? Like, when do we have to hold them accountable? Like, I don't remember, like, everything they have to get away with. Now she's telling me her kids and this. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you a warning for now, Like, but then the police officer is saying that because he's noticing in himself how much he fails to hold women accountable when he finds them in the wrong on the road. Can you imagine? He's speeding. Everyone gets a ticket or something.
Yeah, it's fair.
He says they cry tears for a speeding ticket. Can you imagine that, bro? Like the guy was so frustrated. Yeah, he was so frustrated. I'm like, my guy. He's like, what now? For what? What? When? When was the last time you just hold someone accountable and get away with it? Yeah, I know everything. It goes like that. It's almost a thing that we were talking about too. When they're supposed to, like, when someone is obviously wrong.
Find a way to maneuver around.
Yeah, if you, that's the other thing that I told you about this, that now I've noted that, you know, when someone, whether it's my big sister or my sister, like my, or whoever, girlfriend, I know now, you shouldn't talk too much, because if you talk too much, you're going to find yourself in the trap, because that's what they're looking for. When they're going around, they're looking for a trap. Like, when you say something that's gonna...
And then they're gonna stick on that.
And then they're gonna forget about the actual issue that we have and zone into what you did wrong. And then, now we're here. The whole big thing that started this doesn't matter now. Oh, what? So what? You think I'm stupid? It's like, no, but that's not... But what do you mean? Now you're stuck in this circle. That's why she wanted you. That's why she was searching for that when she was going around. Instead of saying, yo, I'm sorry, I fucked up. No, she was searching. And then you mess up, say something off the line. What did you say about my mom? Never say that. Never talk about my mom like that. Now we are here. Right? Now the issue is no longer about them. Then it's about you and how you talk to them, how you raise your voice. You know, it becomes about that. Yeah, and you know, all the time, the issue becomes about that. No longer about the issue that we had. So all the time, you know. Or never. Like, it's the same thing that who was saying this, actually. I think this is Dave Chappelle, when he was saying, when they said to him, Dave, Chris just beat up Rihanna. Well, what did she do? People never want to talk about that. It's always like what the guy did after the effect. So I know, I don't mean this to say, for example, physical violence is promoted or what's not. I'm just talking even in just conversation or arguments. Whereby that's all the time, the issue of the person, the woman having to be held accountable ends up getting away. And then we are left with what the guy did as the result of him being mad. Hey, bro, this world we are in. Now we are here now. Whether she was fucking with your friend, your brother, nah.
This is what you said.
Yeah, this is what
became
you became so angry. You did what? Slapped her. Yo, we are here now. What? The fact that your baby is not your actual baby, it's actually your brother's baby, doesn't matter. You slapped her. We zone in on this one. Call the police while we are at it. Nobody want to talk about what did she do? She slapped with your brother. Your actual kids are not your actual kid. Nah. You were so angry you slapped her. Yeah, we are here now. Yeah, all the time, and then she will get away with the accountability of what she did. No. We zone in on this one. So you need to calm down all the time. When you win, I'm teaching you guys when you need to win these wars that we're going through. Calm down, relax. Don't shout. Try to calm yourself down. Stick to the issue that she did. Don't ever, stick here.
Maybe your last statement should be like, I'll talk to you when you're ready to apologize.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you just
stick here. Don't try to assault her, because you assault her, say something wrong about her dad or family. He's gonna vacate this one and stick with you. So stay to the issue. Women never, bro. Accountability never. Yeah. It's hard, bro, to get a woman like accountable and say this. It's very tough.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, to do that is very tough. Especially now, actually, the level of entitlement, bro. It's very tough. I don't know. It's very even hard to explain these things. Like now, bro. Like I was saying this the other day. Forgot. I think I was talking to Tracy and stuff. Like I was saying, so weird how in our days it's almost easier to find someone to sleep with and have sex with, and harder to find someone to be your partner.
Like a long-term situation.
Yeah, like a long-term situation. It's very weird that we are in the world whereby it's like to sleep with someone, you can always find those ones. It's easier to do that. But then to find someone to be your long-term partner and someone to be committed to, complicated thing. not only, even to the point that you will find literally women who say, can we just fuck and
And
I don't want don't put it
want anything
yeah and those type of things. That's like when we have sex, can we not like now get attached and stuff like that? Yeah, literally you are in that zone now where people will actually prefer that rather than to have a life together. It's very tricky, bro. We live in strange times. I haven't forgotten your guy in Newcastle that you wanted to talk about.
Which guy in Newcastle?
The guy who took out the transformer.
Oh snap! Yeah. Oh, cause you had said you saw it long time ago. And
I saw that long time
it's
ago.
new to me. It's new to me. Cause I mean, I even had asked Fidi like, what's his opinion on the situation, and he was, at the same time, he was trapped in both views of like, man, the guy's a genius. At the same time, he's dumb. I don't know. I mean, he was.
How is he dumb?
No, I'm saying, I don't know, in terms of, it's a community, man. You know how communities you all supposed to be supporting and helping each other. And then you go back and say, obviously, he's a genius. He was supporting the community, but the community did not support him back. They let him down. So it's fair for him to do what he's doing. But it's very tricky. Like, someone had said something about like this. What if they actually did vote? This is a hypothetical situation. What if they actually did vote for him and then he does win?
Oh, sorry. Let's just speed everyone into like scope of what we're talking about.
Okay.
So what happened is a guy in Newcastle, right? He in his area, in his ward in the community, he actually bought them a transformer because they hadn't had electricity in a long time. It was like 2 months to 3 months or something like that. They hadn't had electricity. So the guy took an initiative and he bought the transformer himself with his own money, right? He bought the transformer, right, and installed the transformer for the community, right? And then fast forward later, come voting season, and the guy is running, trying to get the community to vote for him. And the people didn't vote for him. Instead, they voted for someone else, like the usual suspects, their usual politicians, and not the guy who installed the transformer. And then the guy, after they did that, he went on and took down his transformer, right? And that's the story. Yeah, you were saying, buddy?
Jeez. This guy. Yeah, but someone was saying in a hypothetical situation where he was like, okay, what if they did vote for him? It's a very hypothetical because it's very strange. They voted for him, he wins, he runs his term, and then after his term finishes, he tries again. Because sometimes you can run for more than one term, right?
Yeah, in the sport.
And then they don't vote for him. And
then he wants to take his transformer again.
Yeah. When is he allowed to do that after he has run his term? People will say, yeah, okay, you can do it. Is it still his in a way?
And then again, we'll have to talk to his morality then. In that case.
Because the question is, was he doing it because he was planning to vote, or was he doing it initially from a person of?
Or he was planning that they have to vote for him, or was he doing it for that? But now this is the same thing then as you dating someone, and then when you break up, the girl wants to take the cars and stuff.
Were you dating me for money or?
Yeah, it's like girl, it's my shit, it's different because it's like, because even now worse, because it's like he wasn't married to the community because he wasn't their leader. I mean, they didn't make him their leader, so he wasn't married to them. They didn't owe him shit, and he didn't owe them shit. So
yeah, but the meeting engagement in which way is tricky now. Was he initially doing this as an incentive type of situation where he's trying to implant this idea to people
that they need to vote for him?
Yeah.
Like as to what happens then later, then if also he wants to take the transformer because maybe now he wants to run for the third term and people don't want to vote for him. Yeah, but then we wouldn't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
So it's not fair to judge him on that. Let's
judge him on what happened.
What happened? Yeah.
Based on what happened.
Yeah.
Man, the guy did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fair.
Yeah.
What he did is fair to him. and his psychology and it's mentality, man. It's just
it's
like,
stupid on the side of the community, and they like to do this. Like I hate that when we do that. Like actually in SA, like they like to do that. Is that thing that people are doing of voting for the ANC and keep them in power, and then run to EFF offices for complaints.
So how? But you didn't give me the power.
Yeah, that's what they do actually. It's like when you have a problem at work, you know where the EFF office is. But then, when it's time to vote, Mandela this, ANC, like, bruh, it's weird, bruh. It's just, it's embarrassing, bruh.
Yeah, it is.
It's like this stupid, bruh. Like, that's the same thing that they were doing with the guy, literally.
The audacity for
them. Yeah, the audacity to do that. Like, and they're complaining to him, like, why are you taking it down? Bitch. Yeah, did you hear that? Yeah, that's what they're saying. So we're not supposed to have electricity now. He's taking down his transformer. It's like, that's what you should have thought about when you didn't vote for him. Like, what about that? Like, it's that thing people do not want to take responsibility. Like, why can't you just take responsibility? The guy is doing something for the community, and then he's not rewarded for it, like as someone who's showing initiative and wanting to be a leader. I think for me, I would say the guy was like for him to take it down if he wanted to. It was his thing, personally, right? I don't think though if they had voted for him that he was entitled to take it down after. I don't think so. True. But it was for him, Yeah. I don't know, because you never know what other things that he had done for them, For me, buddy, to be fair, for me, I hate it. It's like, as I was saying, like in terms of relationships too, I hate it that let's say for an example, you find a girl, you love her, you're committed to this person, you want to build a future with this person, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you take her to school, you buy her things, whatever these guys end up doing, like you pay for her fees, whatever that you want to contribute to it. And then she just want to move with another guy and still want to take your cars with her to the other guy. And have the audacity to go fight for your house in the fucking, like, what you call
court,
in the fucking court for your own shit, and she wants to take this to the other guy. Worse when you didn't do anything wrong. Understandable when you're the one who fucked up. If you cheated, you did what nigga, you deserve that. It's on your face, you deserve it.
But still,
it's your shit too.
Yeah.
But you kind of deserve it. Because you're abusing her if you do that too, right? So for her to say, yo, I'm going and I'm fighting for this with you because I also invested myself in you and now you are fucking me. That's an argument to be had. But if a girl, there's this thing that they like to do to say, I don't feel, oh my goodness, drive me nuts. There's nothing drive me nuts like women saying that. Like, it's like, okay, what did he do? I just wasn't feeling, I wasn't happy. It's like, the fuck? Wait, what did he do?
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like I wasn't growing anymore. It's like I wasn't reaching. It's like, wait, what the fuck? I hate those type of things. I hate it when women do that.
And to think that is an argument.
There's an argument they have. It's a lot. Oh, they do this a lot. I just felt like, I needed something new, when you're in a space where you're not growing, you need something new. It's like, so what exactly did he do? Not a fucking thing. That's what he did. I hate when those type of thing happens, and then when the person wants to leave, they want to take your shit with them in leaving. You understand? Like, now you're fighting for the house in courts, you're fighting for your kids, your what. Like, yo, bruh, you wanna leave, you should just leave by yourself, leave me.
I guess that's why.
That's what the community was doing.
Prenup is, it always becomes important there.
To have a prenup.
But those are tricky too, eh?
They are very tricky.
Bruh, why things have to be so tricky?
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's a tough world.
Because when you bring that up, it's, you don't trust me. You think our relationship is going to end.
Yeah, but I think it's better to have agreements on those things while you are happy. Because when you guys are fighting,
a whole lot of things can happen.
Too late, my man. And many people only think about that then, when now people are fighting. You know, they don't. It's like a marriage is like one contract that people do not, like it's almost like that they do not like understand what they're getting themselves into when it starts.
But what would be the appropriate way? Split half.
For what?
If both of you are contributing the same. Yo, it's tricky, man. It's tricky. Because what if you are Mlondi with you and your partner? You're the one who's basically leading in terms of financial and providing, and then obviously your partner is there as being, I don't know, let's say housewife, or she works but doesn't earn as much as you.
Okay.
Now when you guys are divorcing or breaking up, half is a fair situation.
For me, I always say, for me, at least that's how I say it. I think the ground for divorce is very important as to why we're divorcing. I think this ground is very important. Hence, I'm saying to me, if you decide that you, JC, you are going to cheat on someone and abuse them in some type of way, right? And I think you deserve everything that comes to you. As much as, you can argue your own case too, right? But I think you deserve it too, to a certain extent, because you are. But then in a case whereby people are suddenly feeling I don't feel you anymore type of vibe, and just leaving, like, bruh, can you imagine people, you can have a kid with someone, raise a family, work hard, have everything that you guys want to have, and then someone just feel like, I don't feel like it. I mean, bruh, like, there's nothing you can do. But the idea, for me, it's cool if you don't feel like it. I'm not saying women should be forced to stay in situations like that. It's like, if that's how you feel, then we shouldn't be in a situation where that now you are back trying to fight over my stuff too. Do you understand? Because we built this together too. You were here too. If you don't feel like it, then don't feel like it there with the other person. Start a new thing with them, right? Because now, don't try to dance me, you know. I'm about to say something that's way out of pocket, I know, but I'm gonna say it. So this is the same thing I always feel like, especially for celebrities, like, you know, in like divorce, court, especially when the divorce is not necessarily like as substantial as to what the guy did wrong, right? And then you find that because maybe you're separating, and then they say a man, you should maintain the lifestyle they think that they like. It's a kind of famous and new thing they like.
Yeah, maintaining lifestyle,
Yeah, you should maintain the lifestyle of the person that they had when they were with you. Those are the new things that they do, right? Where you have to pay for the lifestyle that you got them used to, right? Isn't that weird that a woman doesn't have to maintain your sexual lifestyle? I mean, if we're maintaining lifestyles...
Because you were getting sex probably daily in your life.
It's the most, for me, I think so that's the lifestyle thing is the reason I'm saying that. I'm saying it to point the fact that, to me, it's the most ridiculous and stupid thing actually that happens when people are separating. Those things of having to support and support them after they left. To me, I don't understand that. It's like, what's gonna happen? You gonna maintain my lifestyle too? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't get that. Like, those things that now I have to pay you money, like, going forward. I don't get it. I understand the ones whereby, like, people take assets and we end there. When you are told about your future, you've seen that whereby they say, come on, who was that? Who's that celebrity? Where they counted their potential future gigs. The fuck you talking, bruh? They told this guy that the woman is entitled to whatever he's gonna make going forward. What the fuck? Nigga, you even haven't found a job, but that bitch owns that shit. Nah, bro.
Yeah, no, it's not fair, man.
Nah. Hey, yo, bro, fuck. Did I just say bitch? No, I don't mean to call women bitches. Yo, bro, no, I've been warned about that so many times. I'm sorry. Okay, apologies. I didn't mean that. No, apologies. I've been warned about that so many times. And I don't like to and I don't mean it like that, by the way, because I call guys bitches too. Just that sounds wrong when it's being said to refer to women. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I understand.
Yeah, but that's my point being, going back to the guy, that's how I feel. It's like the community, the guy initiated a relationship, invested himself in the relationship. The community didn't live up to their, up to their obligation to him. as someone who worked so hard and tried to push his name and candidacy to be voted for, So hence I'm saying what I'm saying in terms of that they like deserve it actually, to lose that the transformer from him. I saw something very sad, buddy. Recently I've been talking about the border things that Malema been talking about, right? And one of the big questions we will always have is like, what the hell? Why are these Zimbabweans not like getting passport? Because they just need passport to come to SA. They don't even need visas, right? Why are they not getting passports and then they can come in? Like, because if they have passport, you saw in Swaziland, right?
Yeah.
People who had passports were okay, were sitting there, right? Yeah. And then the people who didn't have passports were the one trying to get in. Sneak in with other means and stuff like that. And it's easy to say, like, why the fuck don't they just get passports? And I mean, how hard is that? Bruh, until I found out in the small docu that I was watching, the problem, buddy, is these people, they're in the borders between whether Mozambique and South Africa, Swaziland and South Africa, Zimbabwe and South Africa, in those borders. The problem is they live in Zim, but pretty much they also live in South Africa. They spend so much time in South Africa. Now imagine, buddy, with us as an example, because we are foreigners, right? Imagine if you have to use your passport almost like twice a week or 3 times a week. Of course it's gonna run out like all the time.
True.
And that is the issue. But I never thought of that. I'm like, oh fuck. And this woman, they're asking her, she's sitting there by the border line, right? I don't know what they'd be waiting for, by the way, but they'd be sitting there by the border. Just, I guess everyone watching for an opportunity of a slip up, security guards are down or something like that, and they get it. But they're there, and this guy comes and interviews them. Like, but guys, why don't you just get your passport? This woman's like, yo, I've had 3 passports this year alone. It's ran out. My recent passport just ran out last time when I had to go back home. I'm like, oh shit. Shit, I never thought about that. This person works in South Africa and needs to cross the border almost twice a week, if not sometimes every day a week.
Yeah,
and your passport, that's a lot. Your passport will run out now. If you have to go back and forth, they're saying it's gonna run out. I never thought about it like that. I'm like, damn. She's like, not this way. I don't want to get a passport. I had a passport. I had a 3rd passport this year. Because I'm in South Africa all the time. I have to come back, go back. I'm like, damn. And like they can't keep up with the thing of having to do passport all the time to go to SA. Do you see then, because if you look at it from that perspective or point of view, it's like, then what's the point of even having this thing?
Yeah, can't they find a way of...
But the idea, JC, that you can get in anyway, you just need a passport. So why can't you just get in with your ID? Do you see? Because if we can just identify you, because the passport is a problem because it runs out, right? Yeah. Why the person just, can you look at their passport, let them in, as long as the passport is not expired, and not have to stamp it and run out of stamps? Exactly the problem that I was saying that Malema will have a lot is when he's talking about like having open borders is how poor we are in administration. We are terrible. And that's a good example of how poor we are in administration generally. Because if your aim is to start like an open border, for an example, or have access within African countries. I mean, Zimbabwe is a SADC country, so we are not even mentioning North Africa yet. Just within the SADC region, isn't it? We should have a situation whereby, as long as the person has a certain documentation where we can be able to identify them, and then they can just go in, Isn't that should be an easier way rather than to create this passport documentation that runs out and then have people struggling to come in because their passports has ran out and stuff like that. Isn't it you're supposed to create firstly a system that's going to allow that, the movements first before you're saying it's just open borders, So those type of things, that things that we need to work on basically as a continent. And it's weird because me and you always talk about how brilliant China is when it comes to administration. They kill it. They kill it, bro. And how easy they make things are in terms of registration. You can take a picture with your phone, send it now. Gone. That done. System. That's it. South Africa, go to this, scan this, find this paper from this police station, affidavit, this. unnecessary shit. You know, there should be a simpler way for these people to move.
Too many middlemen.
Yeah, basically. But after I saw the short documentary I was watching, so many things started making sense. Like so many things. Like the border thing is stupid, bro. I can tell you that for sure. Because, like, let's say for an example, the reason I'm saying the border thing is stupid. This is the issue. Okay. It's easy to get into South Africa. Like if you are like let's say for example I'm a drug dealer and I'm maybe transporting drugs from Zimbabwe to South Africa, right? Of course I cannot use the traditional means of going through the border gates, but it's easier to get into South Africa with those drugs if I have to get there, right? Without necessarily having to use the border. There's no fence, there's space, there's if you want to get in, you get in. So what this thing is doing is it's inconveniencing people who want to get into South Africa for good reasons.
Yeah.
Right? And then the people that you are saying you are blocking, you are not really blocking because there's no fence anyway.
They're the ones getting in basically.
Yeah. And there's no fence, there's nothing, there is no border, there's a gate though, but there is no border. Like, I mean, we don't have like an actual separating fence everywhere. We do not. It's like where there's a border gate, there's a fence just going this side, fence going this side. But it's not like it's closing the whole of South Africa. No. It's just...
But it's weird because that's how it's like in most other places. I think, where is it? Is it the Netherlands or something? I don't know where it is. Where literally the border is once you... It was so funny. Once you cross the road, you are in a different country.
Yeah, so I know.
The road is so clean on this other country, and then
the road is dirty on the other
country.
Yeah,
and people like, okay, the border has been open between these two countries, but you can always tell when this one country starts. So most of the time,
I think I saw this. There's no way.
It's like that in countries where the border is not necessarily closed.
What country is this? Was it in Netherlands?
I'm not
For
sure.
For some reason, I think Norway
and
Denmark, I've seen things like that in those countries too.
I think even here, because I remember me and my girlfriend were going somewhere, and the border was literally a gate with like a fence.
Yeah.
It's like a fence. You just open the gate and you are basically in a different...
Yeah, so hence I'm saying then you are defeating the purpose when you're saying, for example, you're going to have a border because you want to control drugs, for example, coming in. Because if someone is pushing drugs and they want to get drugs in, they'll get them in without having to go to your gates.
Sometimes through even bribes.
Yeah, through the gates if they want to. So then it defeats the point because then you're just inconveniencing millions of people, which is nonsense.
But isn't the idea of borders or even having visas to be able to track people?
Yeah,
to be aware of where they are.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, maybe not the whole time, but knowing who's inside.
Yeah, of course. Hence I'm saying though, why then can't they use their original ID of their own country? And then when someone comes in, rather than you stamping these things, you can just sign the person in, they punch in, they're in. Like, I mean, this shouldn't be that difficult. Just someone, when they come in, they give you their ID on the system, save that thing, so and so is here. Then having something that is depleted in 2 months and the person needs to do it again. It doesn't make sense. It's rubbish. And then you say you're trying to control, like what are you controlling? Because when people need to bring in drugs, they cook them in South Africa para now. Hell, bro, so that to me, I watched that thing, I'm like, oh, that's a problem. That makes sense why people come in without documents. How would you, even myself, I was going to go in without a document. If I had to find a document all the time,
it's a hassle.
It's a hassle, especially for people who are not even like making money. It's a very strange thing that we have actually. Anyway, to close this, buddy, you went and saw Eric Prince.
Oh yeah, I watched a couple of videos.
Yeah.
And I think I even wrote about it in a course that I'm doing.
Oh, you wrote about Eric Prince in your course?
Yeah, I was watching it's a course I was doing. It's a rhetorics course in terms of you have to reflect on someone whose ideas you are against. And obviously, when you do arguments, you must try and understand
their perspective
as much as you are against them. So, it's a very tricky situation where you're trying to understand yourself in a person whose ideologies
Lunatic.
seem very crazy.
Fucking stupid.
But when you see some of the things, and Jabo, probably you're gonna highlight that he says, and you're like, I get it. I get what you mean. But the way you are phrasing it and the way you are
It's out of pocket.
it's too crazy, man. It's too crazy how
Yo,
you are seeing it.
Let's just to give people scope to people who wouldn't know this man. Eric Prince, basically, well, at least I'm gonna talk about this idea. I don't care about that guy, even if he dies. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, Eric Prince, this guy, if you search him on YouTube, you're probably gonna find these videos. He's advocating basically for recolonization of Africa, and any other poor countries out of Africa. And the reason he's advocating for the recolonization of Africa and other countries is because of the problem that they are facing in America in the borders. So his argument is that all these Africans and all these people from poor countries coming into our country in these borders in thousands and thousands and thousands are giving us problems. So we need, because they are failing to govern themselves in their countries and or continents for that matter, like Africans, we should recolonize them. And the sad part about it, actually, when this guy is saying, like I had to sit down for me when I was thinking about it. Actually, the only reason that they are not recolonizing or Africa is not colonized is because usually the Western countries are choosing different means to manipulate and take resources from colonization. That's the only reason. Otherwise, if they wanted to recolonize us or to kill us or do whatever they want to do, they can. And there's not a fucking thing we can do about it because we are not organized. We are everywhere. We do not have, there's no military, like we don't have anything to defend ourselves with. No African country that I know has a nuclear weapon or defensive systems like they have in the West, the new technology. There isn't one that I know about that is that good. Yes, we have countries such as Algeria and some of the countries, Egypt too, if I'm not mistaken, that are highlighted to have good military, but they are not anything compared to what America and Russia and China and them have, or Germany and all the other European countries, right? So freedom in terms of in an African context, I would say the only reason we are free is because they are choosing.
Based on this man's words, basically.
Yeah, they are choosing.
I mean, if you understand it very as well, you like.
It's kind of true.
It's kind of true.
Yeah, because good example, buddy. What they're doing right now in Palestine, right? They are doing with impunity, and what you gonna do? You're gonna go to court and argue them, fight them, and they can veto your shit if they want to.
And that's the only thing.
Yeah, and that's the only thing you can do. Like, there's nothing you can do like to defend yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. There's nothing you can do that is going to like hold them accountable if they do not want to be held accountable. I mean, come on, bro. We're talking about America here, bro. Like, they've been killing people in countries for years, and there's nothing that happens to them. Like, we can talk about it. What? I mean, Japan, atomic bombs, Afghanistan, Syria. Look at the mess they did in Syria with Gaddafi. You're talking Vietnam. You're talking what's the other country with?
It's weird.
Who's the guy that they were accusing of having nuclear?
Which one? North Korea?
No, not North Korea. The guy they actually killed. I think
Gaddafi.
Not Gaddafi.
Which one? Saddam Hussein?
Yeah, Saddam Hussein.
Oh.
And what's his country again? Iraq.
He was in Iraq.
Right, yeah, he's in Iraq, right? So, and these are the things they've done, and they get away with it. So there is no justice, really. You can't hold them accountable. If they want to kill you, they will kill you. If they want to do, let's say for example, all of a sudden there's something that matters that they want in any country in Africa, they destabilize the country, they go get it. They do whatever they want. I mean, in Angola, DRC, right? Congo, not Angola, Congo. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're there, and they're taking the resources, and they will hold the country ungovernable one way or the other, so that they can keep money. In Syria too, they said in Syria why they were doing what they were doing. Also, when they killed Gaddafi, why they were doing what they were doing? Because they're a dictator. This. But the truth is, right now, their companies are mining oil there, and they are lucrative, and they secured all the oil in these countries, and that's what they do. And they will get away with it. So there's nothing you can do to stop them. So when Arab Prince says something like of recolonizing Africa, actually it's not far off, because it's their choice not to recolonize Africa. It's not like something can stop them anyway. That's how this... Can you imagine, you've had so much opportunity to build yourself and get yourself together and be prepared and also be a voice and a power in the world stage, but you are not. You failed yourself, right? That's where Africa is. Right? And you are at the mercy of whatever and how they feel like. So it's just them having a sense of morality and what's not, and not to kill us, because if they wanted to, they can. And there's nothing that can stop them, really. Because if they want something, they get it all the time, in all the African countries.
Yeah, that is tricky, man. That is very tricky. I mean, based on Lokunji, Eric Prince, even right now I'm recapping what I saw, is because also his background is in all those places where war happens and fighting happens. Because it says he was in the SEALs, Navy SEALs, former Navy SEAL. He's a businessman now, and he basically owns a private military company.
Of course.
So basically, his ideologies is based on...
It's because he knows this is what he was doing for his country. This is what he's doing, going to other countries, scavenging their resources and tumbling their governments and running shit. That's his background. That's his thing, right? But I don't, for me, JC, I don't get mad at people like Eric Prince, like... You can't get mad at idiots and stupid people. Like, it's like he's an idiot, he's stupid, and I mean, he's doing his thing as an idiot. You should expect that.
It's like getting mad at a racist.
Yeah, it's like, why would you get mad as a racist? Because that's what, he's racist, he's him. He's racist, he's stupid, he's all those things. I mean, that's him, bro, that's him. The person I'm mad at is the person who is not prepared to face that and deal with that. Because this man is talking from a point of privilege where he knows how much power and strength they have that they can do this if they wanted to. Do you see? So the person I'm mad at is the person who is not prepared to deal with the bully. Because right now we are at the mercy of the bully. That's what is happening. We are at the mercy. When I just pray that the bully doesn't look my side. That's what is happening with America. Because if America looks at your side and say, hey, what are you hiding back there? They can't get it. And there's not a fucking thing you can do. Nothing you can do. And that's where Africa is. You're at the mercy of how they feel like. You cannot defend yourself. Like, you cannot. You're at the mercy of, will China come in? Will Russia help us? That's your mercy. You are there. Jeez. There is nothing you can do yourself. You are so pathetically defenseless and unorganized. What was the thing that I was saying to you the other day? That guy said, the comedian guy, saying the Asian mafia has said to his friend that Black people are so good in so many things. They influence culture. Everyone wanna be like them. People wanna sing like them. They wanna dance like them. They wanna dress up like you. They wanna talk like you. Culture, you own it. You influence it, and everyone is envious of you for doing that. But you are so bad and unorganized. You can't even organize crime. There is no such a thing as organized crime with Black people. When it's Black people, it's gangsters. When it's Europeans, like Italians, it's a mafia, right? That's organized crime, right? Mexicans, mafias, organized crime. Black people, gangsters, cartels in Mexico, yes. Cartels and mafias, that's organized crime. But when you're dealing with Black people, you are dealing with gangsters. They can't organize crime. That's how poor you are in organization. We're so bad in organization. We cannot organize ourselves to save ourselves. We cannot. We are so bad. Like, we are pathetic. It's pathetic how terrible we are. And we've given so much chance, actually, because as much as true, I always say, by the way, like, colonialism and what's not has done everything, but we had so much chance now with this, however artificial our freedom is, or our rights to choose and vote are, but we have so much freedom that we can do something using our advantages that we have right now. But we are unable to come together and do it. We don't have anything, JC. Nothing. We don't have nothing. We are so disorganized. We do not have anything. You know, we do not, right? We like it will take I don't know what kind of miracle for black people to have an actual army and an actual means of production. You know, I mean, we don't make anything there.
Something that's functioning, basically.
Yeah, we don't make anything. We don't make no cell phone, no computer. We don't make no car. But every part that is needed to make these parts, we have them. To make these things, we have them. We were talking about how what is it? The thing that South Africa has 85%. What was it?
A snap.
Platinum, right? Yeah, the platinum. Yes,
platinum.
yeah, it's platinum, right? And these things are so crucial in a lot of things that are being made, but we ain't making none of those things. None. We just have birthrights to raw materials that we do not even have use for it.
You know, I mean, it's tricky, man. It's very tricky. I'm wondering, as you are saying these things, how long is it supposed to take for us to be able to move on from the trauma of the past, to be able to do things ourselves? I mean, you have other countries who have suffered from trauma.
Like German.
Like China, who have been invaded, like other places. But they have taken years, and then, of course, they've moved on from it to be able to develop. I mean, I don't know what's the number. How long did it take China to go from what they were in terms of being invaded to
I think it's about half a century, like 50 years.
50 years?
Yeah.
How long have we had?
Yes,
we have had
30.
We have 30.
Like you mean South Africa, we have 30.
So in a sense, you could say we still have roughly 20 years
no,
to
but
try
the
and
issue,
make changes.
but remember, the issue with South Africa is that instead of making changes in developments of going forward, you would assume with the 30 years we've had, we will go forward, we are going back.
I guess that's why I'm trying to get an assessment of how long does it take for trauma to disappear, and is it based on what? Because as we all know, in terms of the history that happened, you would see as much as they're saying change was about to happen, there were still things in foundation that still remained the same, that were not able to guide.
Yeah, business-wise, true. Even now we are still technically, right now, what is going on is like it's a different form of colonization in a way right now. Because right now we are held at ransom for different things. We owe money. They have their own companies that.
So then what's the change that needs to happen, or that should have happened, that can guide us to developing? What strategies that?
It's us actually using the influence that we have with our own power. For example, if you look at what China did, right? When making China as an example, because China is such a brilliant example. China has so many American companies here. We all know that almost everything here is developed firstly by American companies, and then Chinese companies come in helped by the government to be able to grow from the developments of American companies. Point in question, Tesla. We know that Tesla is like the leading face, at least in terms of manufacturing electric cars. But then after Tesla, Chinese companies, by many of them now, tens now of them, have taken over, and they're doing better than Tesla. They're developing cars that are better than Tesla, but they use things from Tesla though. You know, they grow from because Elon Musk was also allowing them to take some of the things that they're using in Tesla to develop their own things, right? So they're able to do that. So also like international grants and stuff like that. So if you think about it like this, JC, Germany was destroyed after the World War II, right? Was it? Yeah, World War II, like Hitler's situation and what's not. And they were once like dependent on the international grants and stuff. And they went over the grants, and now they're an independent country and they are running their shit. What about Africa? We are dependent on grants forever. And that's the issue, right? Because we are dependent on grants forever.
So basically,
then there's no development, because then you are dependent. You are not creating anything out of what you get, you know, from the situation that we are in, and we should be seeing progress now. That's the point that is being made here. Because hence I'm making an example with China, how from where they come from, with also their own type of colonization and the war they had in Japan, whatever they went through too, right? And how they were able to come out of that, still have these companies here and be able to develop themselves too, so bad that even these companies need them. Now they are so much toe-to-toe with America, if not actually better, as people say now, that China has more like economic growth than America now, right? to the point that a war between them is not good for both of them.
Mm.
Right now, a war between South Africa and America, nigga, is not good for you.
So then, based on that, do you think then, going back to the initial person, Eric Prince is right? Because based on the information that you are selling as well, it almost seems
Eric Prince is right in what way?
in having to colonize because we are disorganized, and maybe the colonization might have us working towards one goal as the people of Africa.
No, of course he's fucking stupid. Like he's wrong, of course, to say like that because there are so
many. Is it
a
matter of phrasing? Because in his phrasing, of course, he's talking about enslaving.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but wait. He's not right. Whether slaving or not, like he's not right in terms of having them to come
to be the one that's being the body.
Yeah, Then one of the reason thing is how they are also part of the reason, like in how they are making it hard for like African countries to develop themselves, right? Because they still have their companies, their big influential companies having the hold in the country. I'm gonna make an example with South Africa. South Africa, every raw material is not processed in SA, right? And it's extracted by European company. Whatever you think about, everything, gold, everything. There's nothing that is made there, right? So it's like South Africans have the political power, right, that they are holding, and then also that political power too is minimal because for the most part, the companies that are running the country, they have so much hold on the political power that we have too. Because the person, as I said before, the person they want to win or they want to have as our leader, they make sure that people see that person, as someone that they're able to control. So they influence things to change that. Do you see? So the hold, they still have the hold anyway. Do you see? Yeah. So that's what. So to just leave this to say then only we are just unable to develop ourselves because of ourselves is not quite a fair assessment. True, it's not fair. But I am blaming us for the most part because I feel like we could have done better too. You know, it's just that the answer is not recolonization. Obviously, it's dumb to think then because we are doing that. Because remember that the issue was colonization from the beginning, in the first place. So you can't say the answer is recolonization. Okay, yeah, right. Yeah. So he's the last person. Actually, so weird. That's, bro, what the fuck is going on in this world, bro? Like, can you imagine we're told by what is moral and immoral by an American? I'm sorry, guys. America is the last country to say something about morality. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously, bro? Morality, US? No ways, bro. It's laughable. Like, God, what are you talking about, bro? Not US, man. No ways. United States have no business in telling anyone about being moral. No one. Or about like what they're doing wrong. Like no one. You see? They're the last people to be saying that.
I don't know, man. You're right though. I mean, 30 years is a long time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's I don't know. It's like someone could be having experienced a trauma when they were age 20 and they still not be able to move on from it at the age of 80 or 70. I mean, when is exactly the right time to change your mindset and be able to move on from shit? Because right now, it's almost it seems like as much as we should be growing, I don't know what's holding things back.
We have to admit we have terrible, true, the other influences at hand that in terms of our leadership. We are bad. Like, we are so bad, it's if not even like, it's terrible. You know, the guy from Dubai, actually, the one who was comparing like how like the Middle East is so developed than Africa, but Africa has more than them. He was making an example with Nigeria. How everything they have in the Middle East, in Nigeria, in Dubai, in Nigeria is double. But can you compare Nigeria to Dubai?
No.
Do you see? So he was talking about that. Like he's like, if you compare like what like cities like Lagos in Dubai, two different places, but how much Nigeria has in terms of materials and how much they have on what's the name of the country where Dubai is?
Which one? UAE? Which one?
No man, I'm forgetting the country. the country where Dubai is?
The country or the continent?
Isn't Dubai is a city?
Yeah, isn't it in UAE? Yeah, it's UAE.
UAE?
Yeah, United Arab Emirates.
United Arab Emirates. Yes, anyway. Yeah, you are correct, UAE. Anyway, yeah, so, and how much materials they have in the Arab nations compare to Nigeria. So many things are like double, gold, whatever, oil, whatever that they have. But corruption is so bad, and the hand that Western countries have is so terrible that you find the conditions to be the way they are.
It's weird because I think you brought up the idea of also corruption.
Mm.
Good. I mean, everywhere in the world there is,
But our corruption is
special
special one. Our corruption in Africa takes the cake, bro. They cannot compete with us in corruption. They can't. We are so corrupt. It's
simple things, yeah, bro. I mean, I know
it's always annoying, isn't it? Like it's like what is enough, bro? And I think the worst thing for me is that if you look at the richest guy in Nigeria, for an example, the guy who runs the oil thingy, the billionaire. I don't know if you know him.
I don't know.
He's an old guy. He's like, until when? Like, how much do you want to take? Until when? Like, how much should be for you?
Okay, yo, bro.
Like, you have billions and billions old. For you. You are. Because even your kids and kids are not gonna finish what you have. You know. And the biggest issue too that we have is these grants. Oh my goodness. Yeah, bro, there's nothing I hate like that. The grants mentality thing that we have, you know, because we have this thing. The grants thing, we have it. Yo, we like grants. I don't know, like, why. Like, when someone is supposed to develop or, you know, when someone is supposed to do something in development, they think, I'll give them grants. Like, grants, we're such a grants nation everywhere in Africa. That grants for that, grants for this. We're not creative in terms of create a job. Mm. You know, I would rather, if I had money to give 1,000 people grants, and between giving 1,000 people grants or giving 100 people jobs, I would rather do the 100 people. Because the jobs will come with a certain developments out of the jobs. Whereas the grants will come with more grants needed.
Because people are sitting and doing nothing.
Because, yeah, that's what will happen. The grants will come with more grants needed. You know, because when you give someone a job, you actually give them, because all the time, by the way, one person employed, 5 people fed. We have families, we are like that, we know. One person employed, 5 people fed, type of vibe. It's always like that. There's a family that is fed from one person being employed. So we would rather use that person, because the employment means development of something, but then the grants means dependent. Again and over and over. So I would rather give the 100 people hope that at least in the 1,000 people, maybe 700 people will be fed through the 100 people that you had given money to.
True. Your grant is backwards.
It's backwards because it means we need more grants next time. Because grants will never be enough, you know. Anyway, bro, I feel like we still need to talk about Eric Prince though. The guy, the guy says a lot of shit, bro. You know,
Google, man.
Hey, he says a lot of rubbish. Eric Prince, a motherfucker, bro. People need to check those type of guys. But again, if they choose to recolonize Africa as he says, what the fuck are you gonna do? What's the fucking thing? Because not being colonized is not our choice. It's their choice. Because if they want to do it, they can do it. They do it to any country. Gaddafi was giving them a problem. They came and killed them and took what they needed to take. That's what they do. They do it. You know, any country you want, anything, you name it. Mugabe was raising his hand, they dealt with him. Everybody who has a problem, they will deal with you. You know, if they need something to get, they will deal with it, and they will, like, it's something that they do. You know, they will deal with you at the time depending on what are you acting out of line with. Right now, they're trying to deal with South Africa, right? Because and South Africa seems to be pushing different agendas from what they want. I mean, you're opening case against us. Who are you, bro? We feed you. So they're dealing with them. I could tell even the tone when the lady partner was in America. The tone is different, eh? It's like, hey, they got their maze bad. They asking them tough questions. I'm sure. Do you wanna eat? It's like, damn. Of course we wanna eat. It's like, but starts acting appropriate. All that thing, I felt sorry for Naledi Pandor, how humble she was when she was in the United States. She tries to still obviously be, but you can tell that, damn, bruh, you are called in the office now. You've been acting the boss in the playground. Now the principal has called you over. You the principal now here. Because that's what was happening. When Ramaphosa and Naledi Pandor were called to the US, you could tell that US is now obviously trying to get to us as to, what are you guys doing now? You are having so many interests against us now. What's going on there? That's what was happening, and they were checking them. For sure they were checking them. It was obvious that they were checking them, trying to check them as to what are you guys trying to do? Because SA has been acting almost so many things. I mean, we are in the BRICS, only African country in BRICS, right? We are everywhere. We are the one in the courts. So everything is against them, basically, that we are doing. So we're not acting accordingly. And they had to check them. And that lady was there, we just want to make sure that we are on the same page with America. We need them, wada. It's not that South Africa is trying to act against United States interest or anything like that. We are trying to stand for justice. I'm like, yeah, it's different now, eh? You can make noise out there, hey, but when they call you, because I'm sure now, because the questions are, you want to eat? What are you going to do? You want to eat? Because that's what's happening. We have so much advantage.
You want to eat, you want to live.
Yeah, you want to live, right? You want to eat, or you're changing your mind about eating now. They will check you, exactly, and you are powerless, right? And because you don't even have backup. As a continent, you are so disorganized, they can do whatever they fuck with you, So that's why you have people like Eric Prince who can say all this kind of rubbish and get away with it.
Right.
Yeah, hey, anyway, man, we spoke so much this time. Let's hold it here, bro.
Alright, man.
We'll talk next time, man.